Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Under Review, the most controversial show in arena soccer. My name is Phil Levanko. That is the head of officials for the Major Arena Soccer League, Ryan Sigich. And Ryan, I saw your 10 for 10 with Eric, and you talked all about how educational it was. But I thought the purpose of Under Review was to make you a TV star.
No, Phil, it's all about you.
Good answer. Good answer. Ricardo Diegues' first game in Baltimore, and he thought he had his debut goal for the Blast. This one was the video review. And Ryan, my guess that this was called back for the foul on Juan Pereira.
Well, so all right, Phil. So we have a good, clean tackle on the ball. It's timed perfectly. However, what is very hard to see, though, is that there's a deliberate handball by Baltimore Juan Pereira on this play where he actually punches the ball away when he's on the ground, and it was determined that that action was done so to prevent Empire from gaining possession of the ball in the attacking zone. Therefore, the referees deemed this as a tactical handball, and therefore it's a blue card. 2-minute power play comes with that. It's real hard to see in real time at game speed. This was caught on VR. The goal was correctly disallowed.
That is a heck of a spot from the officials. One more from this game, and Marco Fabian tackles Juan Pereira near the boards. We talk about this all the time, Ryan. This one is a straightforward blue card, in my opinion.
Yeah, Marco, welcome again to the MASL. I mean, this was the first kind of foul like this I've seen him do, but he just takes out the opponents as he's breaking free there in the attacking half of the field. It's 100% must call. It's a boarding as well as a trip there. I do not have a shootout, though, on this play because it's so close to the boards. I don't think we would categorize this as an obvious denial of a goal scoring opportunity. So therefore, just a free kick from the spot.
And it looks like another player's heading back, too. Down to Corner Sport Arena, Outlaws versus the Savage. Ryan, this one goes to video review. This is a pretty tough one here. Why don't you take us through this play?
Yeah, this is a real tough decision, Phil, because we got a couple things happening here. We've talked about a sliding when a defender slides and that, quote, support arm, unquote, that would not be a handball in this situation. So it's hard to see if contact comes there. But then after the defender started to get up, his left arm is clearly away from his body, and then a shot on goal happens, and he blocks that shot on goal. It creates a barrier to the goal. So this one is a handball, in my opinion, even though he's just getting up off of the ground. It's kind of like, well, what else is he supposed to do? But the shot is blocked. This is a handball. It should be a 2-minute blue card penalty for this.
Tacoma in Kansas City playing the Comets. It's a 4-4 game in the fourth quarter. And this blue card decision leads directly to Kansas City's fifth goal. Ryan, in my opinion, I know we talk about play around the boards and how you have to be careful, but in my opinion, I think this is just a tussle, and I wouldn't have given a blue card.
Yeah, I think you got a good point there, Phil. Look there's just not a lot in this. Leo there, the savvy veteran that he is, he does a nice job selling this. I mean, you can't really blame him, right? However, I will say it is consistent with the boarding 2-minute power play that was called against Leo earlier in the game. So from that standpoint of consistency within the same match, I do support this call.
Tacoma again, this time in St. Louis, first quarter, 3-1 Stars. And Ryan, we've got another play around the boards. James Togba's got his shoulders up thinking, what are you guys doing? But on further review, James, I think you got a little elbow in there. I think this is a blue card.
Well, yeah, Phil. So Togba's run into the boards basically there by Tacoma number 21, and then James takes exception to that and retaliates with the forearm to the neck area. So I don't see this as a violent conduct red card because there's just not a lot of force and there's not a swing of the elbow. However, it still needs to be penalized with the blue card because it is like a provocative act. It's during a dead ball. It's just uncalled for. I think in this case, the best outcome would have been a blue card for the boarding and then a blue card to Togba for the forearm into the neck, and we should have played 4-on-4.
One more from this game, and this was submitted by the world-famous Luck St. Lou. Fourth quarter, 5.5 to play. And Ryan, this is such a difficult play because it truly is a 50-50 ball in the air. Nothing was called on the field. What is your take on the play?
Yeah, you're right, Phil. It is really tough. It's tough to even see in real time, where exactly the contact was. And it is a 50-50 ball. I just don't see any malice by Toth. He misses the ball, obviously, but his timing isn't totally off, and he just unfortunately gets Cristo in the face. I just don't see any malice in this. I do not have it as violent conduct. I think, though, it should have been penalized or penalized with a blue card at least, just because of the recklessness of it and because of the action that happened. But that's really all that I have on this play.
I think that's a fair call. You have to be responsible for your limbs as you're in the air. Ryan, a couple plays to finish the show. Texas versus San Diego at the Pechanga Arena. This one in the third quarter, in my opinion, is a straightforward blue card on Mitchell Cardenas.
Yeah, 100%. This is an example of what we're trying to cut out into the game. There's a swing of the arm. He just, gets him there in the face area. Not a lot of force into it. It was a blue card. The correct call there is made.
And one more to finish the show. We seem to have this a lot recently, Ryan. Another quick free kick, this time by the Sockers, but the refs were on top of this one.
Yeah, this one was correctly disallowed. We talked about the technical aspects of this rule. It has to be within 3 feet of the spot of the foul, and it's just a little further than the 3 feet away from the spot, so it created an unfair advantage on this. It was correctly whistled down, called back, and retaken.
And that's it for this week's show. Ryan, we had a pretty straightforward one.
Yeah, not a lot of controversy last week, Phil. Let's keep it that way.
Oh, I'm sure everyone's going to be kind on the internet. It's a very gentle place out there. If you have any plays you want us to review on Under Review, hit me up on Twitter, _HeyYoPhil. My name's Phil Levanco. That's Ryan Sigich. We'll see you next time on Under Review.